Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, October 22nd, 2018. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Nevis Island Administration, through the Ministry of Communications and Works, held a town hall meeting at the Alberta Payne Community Centre on Sunday, 21st October 2018, to discuss issues relating to the implementation of the Bath Village Road Rehabilitation Project. We'll hear more in this report.
Minister of Public Works in the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, the Honourable Spencer Brand, in delivering remarks at the town hall meeting, mentioned what the NIA hopes to accomplish.
My hope is that when this project is completed, we would have seen the completion of rehabilitation work from Reliable Motors Junction at the Island Main Road into Bath Village to the roundabout, down to Blackheath, Miss Butler, up the hill by Maud Smith Preschool, all the way over to Vaughan Radio next to Spotlight, connecting right next to the Good Fish Lady. And the other side of it coming from the roundabout, up the hill again to the dam, all the way over into Bath Village proper. We also envisioning that we would see the completion of the section right here from the Taman Tree all the way down to Flakesy, and the other section from the dam back down to Maud Smith Preschool.
Minister Brand also spoke about the completion of the first phase of the project.
We will commence the first phase, which is from the main road intersection of Reliable Motors to the roundabout and down to the area of Miss Butler. That is the phase that we hope to be completed by the end of the year. And after the Christmas break, we hope to complete the remaining areas.
The Public Works Minister then urged the people of Bath Village to exercise patience.
There will be some interruption, there will be some disruption, there will be some inconvenience as it regards to traffic. There will be some dust, there will be some noise. I am asking you please to bear with us. This disruption and interruption is an effort to make sure that once this project is completed, we will see improved road network here in the Bath Village area.
Present at the head table of the town hall meeting were Premier of Nevis and area representative for the St. John's Parish, the Honourable Mark Brantley, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Works, Dr. Ernie Stapleton, and Director of the Public Works Department, Raoul Pemberton. The town hall meeting was attended by persons in Bath Village as well as neighbouring villages. I'm Fredicia Labra reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Thanks, Fredicia. The St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department is celebrating its 60th anniversary and is hosting a week of activities. On Thursday, 25th October, the department will be hosting an official naming ceremony for the courier in Charlestown.
We'll be naming the facility, and that facility would be named after someone, who would have done a lot for the community. Someone who would have worked with the Customs and Excise Department for a number of years, somebody who would have contributed in a significant way to the Customs and to the Federation on a whole.
Assistant Comptroller in the department, Roger Fifield, is inviting persons to witness the occasion.
I would like to take this opportunity to basically, invite the general public. It's in the heart of Charlestown, Lower Government Road at 9 a.m. And because of the naming of the facility, the facility normally opens to the public at 9 a.m. So I just want, to apologize for any inconvenience, because on that day, the facility will be opening at 10:30 a.m. to accommodate the naming of the facility.
The week of activities began on Sunday, 21st October, with a church service at the Charlestown Methodist Church, followed by a luncheon for the employees of the department at the grounds of Government House at Bellevue. The theme for the 60th anniversary of celebrations is 60 years of dedicated service, innovation, and advancement. Honorable Spencer Brandt, Minister responsible for water services in the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, pledged to continue to work with regional and international partners to make the water sector on Nevis climate resilient. Brandt's comment came following his attendance at the 14th Annual High-Level Forum for Caribbean Ministers of Water at the Jewel Grand Montego Bay Hotel Resort and Spa in Jamaica from October 9th to 10th, 2018, which sought to promote climate resilience, innovation and partnership while addressing the issues of water and waste water as resources in sustainable development. The meeting was hosted by the Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association, CWWA, at its 27th annual conference and exhibition at the Hilton Rose Hall Hotel. The minister stated that the forum was attended by key partners who continue to work with CWWA to elevate water and wastewater issues to political and regional agenda, namely the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, UN Environment, the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, the Caribbean Community, CARICOM Secretariat, and other indigenous regional agencies. Brandt expressed satisfaction that the objectives of the meeting were met. I believe the three objectives of the forum were achieved, which were, first of all, to bring together ministers, technocrats, and development partners in a high-level political and policy forum to review and provide endorsement and support for the Regional Strategic Action Plan, RSAP, for governance and building climate resilience in the water sector in the Caribbean. Secondly, to discuss and agree on an implementation strategy and roadmap of the RSAP with various donor and development partners, as well as financing options. And finally, to share updated information and tools on aspects of water development in the Caribbean, he said. The minister was accompanied at the forum by Dr. Ernie Stapleton, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Water Services, who served as a presenter, while in Jamaica, Brandt and Dr. Stapleton were able to hold discussions with a number of service providers in the water sector. Still to come,
I can still run the race, but there comes a time.
The details after this break. Welcome back. The opposition party in the Nevis Island Assembly, the Nevis Reformation Party, NRP, has a new leader. E. Roberto Hector was elected president and political leader of the NRP at the party's convention on Sunday, October 21st, 2018. Hector succeeds former Premier, the Honorable Joseph Parry, who was leader of the party for 26 years.
I became a member of the party in December 1987. I won a seat for NRP before I became an NRP. That is what happened. And so the time has come to retire. I'm still young in mind and body. I am still very healthy. I can still run the race. But there comes a time, in spite of all that, when you need to look in a new direction. And that is what I've been longing for the past few years. And today, that time has come.
Meantime, in a Facebook post, Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley noted that we have seen the end of an era in the passing of the baton from the Honorable Joseph Parry as leader of the Nevis Reformation Party. He has led the NRP since 1992 in opposition and then as Premier of Nevis from 2006 to 2013. Premier Brantley said while history will judge the impact of his contribution in the immediate aftermath of his departure from the position of leader, he takes the opportunity to thank Mr. Parry for his contribution to the development of Nevis and the wider Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and wishes him God's richest blessings in his future endeavors. Meantime, Premier Brantley joined in congratulating E. Roberto Hector as the new leader of the Nevis Reformation Party. He said he wishes him well in his endeavors and looks forward to engaging with him on the best way forward for our beloved Nevis. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization PAHO, today held a brief ceremony to introduce a 5-day training workshop in emergency care and treatment. ECAT, Medical Officer of Health and Chairperson of the Health Disaster Committee, Dr. Judy Nisbet, explained the purpose of the training.
This emergency care and treatment course was developed by the Pan American Health Organization using the expertise of Caribbean and U.S. doctors because of a recognized need to train first responders. Often persons and agencies first on the scene of a disaster or emergency site lack training of how to handle these situations. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, is being proactive here in increasing the number of persons trained in this very important course so that you, the participants, can competently respond in an emergency situation.
Dr. Nisbet noted that it is important to train a wide cross-section of persons since anyone may find themselves in a situation of being the first on the scene in an emergency. The Medical Officer of Health also listed a few of the skills that the participants will gather from the 5-day training.
You will, during the course of this week, develop life-saving skills needed to assess and care for patients in emergency situations. You will learn basic pre-hospital medical care that is needed until the patient is transported to the hospital for definitive care.
PAHO facilitator for the Emergency and Care Treatment ECAT training workshop is Peter Burgess.
All of you watch social media. You see what's happening. You see what's happening further afield. You see what's happening in our Caribbean islands. We've seen mistakes made in some of the islands by some of our emergency personnel in the field, which always brings bad publicity to the Ministry of Health and to the country when it happens, because as a tourist, you have tourists coming in and what's not, they look at these kind of things. They look at the kind of medical response that you have and what kind of treatment will be given. And this course seeks to really reinforces and teaches the correct way in which you're supposed to operate when you're out there on the street. Now, a lot of people say, you know, I'm not a medical person. You don't have to be a medical person to do emergency care and treatment, because 9 times out of 10, it's the police or fire who will be on the scene first.
Also present at the opening ceremony was Health Planner in the Ministry of Health, Shalisa Martin Clark. The training workshop will run from October 22nd to 26th at the Nevis Disaster Management Department's Emergency Operations Center at Long Point. A number of persons from the general population are participating in the workshop, including persons from Fire and Rescue Services, Police Force, Defense Force, and emergency medical technicians. The Rotary Club of St. Kitts, in collaboration with Christoph Harbour, made a donation of dictionaries to the grade 3 students of the Joycean Liebert Primary School on Friday, October 19th at the school's premises. Past president of the St. Kitts Rotary Club is Charles Morton.
We have been doing this for the last 3 years, and we have visited your school before. I have been here before, so it's a pleasure for me to be back with you. I'm going to talk to you after we have finished the presentation about a very important thing concerning Rotary. But for now, we are just going to make the presentations to you.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, outlined the importance of the donation.
They are making sure that your foundation is set properly. And doing this presentation this morning, giving these dictionaries, they are making sure that you have some of the resources that you would need to become whatever you will become in the future. And presentations like this, we deem it very, very important. We like to partner with the community, with the corporate community, organizations who have education at heart, and we are delighted that the schools on Nevis have been selected for this presentation today. I want to say thank you to the Rotary Club of St. Kitts. I'm hearing this is the third year you're doing this? Yes, so it means then that you have been doing something for over the past 3 years that is very, very important to us. We want to tell you thanks. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, we're telling you continue to make gestures like this.
Eileen Mills, Education Officer responsible for the Joyce and Libert Primary School, encouraged the children to make good use of their books and to take care of them.
The dictionary is very important. And in it, there are so many varied words that will help you in developing your skills, developing your education. And so children, as we accept these gifts on your behalf, I would like for you to make good use of them. It would be good also if your parents can even cover them so that they can last a long, long time.
Principal of the Joyce and Libert Primary School, Barbara Hendrickson, took the time to thank the Rotary Club of St. Kitts for their generous donation. Also present at the handing over ceremony were past presidents of the Rotary Club of St. Kitts in the persons of Alistair Rollins, Earl Kelly, and Alfred Tyrrell. That brings us to the end of this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.